What's up guys, this is Masi, welcome to my channel. In this video, this is the second part of the solving quadratic equations. I'm gonna give you different examples and I solve them using different methods. As I mentioned in the first part of this series, we have different methods to solve quadratic equations. One of them is by graphing, one of them is by solving using quadratic formula, sometimes by factoring, and sometimes by completing the square. So the first example here I want to show you is 3x squared plus 6x minus 42 equals to 0. So the answer is going to be, I factor 3 here because all these terms are multiple of 3. So I factor 3 here, x squared plus 2x minus 14 equals to 0. So if I divide both sides by 3, it's going to be x squared plus 2x minus 14 equals to 0. Now I need to solve it. We are looking for two numbers, multiply to negative 14 and add to 2. So basically, we don't have such a thing. We cannot use it. We cannot use factoring. So we need to solve either by using quadratic formula or also by completing the square. I'm going to use completing the square. So I have x squared plus 2x. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 1 squared is going to be 1. So I add and subtract 1. Negative 14 equals to 0. So I just added and subtracted 1 here. So x squared plus 2x plus 1 is going to be x plus 1 to the power of 2. And here you have negative 15 equals to 0. Therefore, you have x plus 1 squared equals to 15. So x plus 1 is going to be plus minus square root of 15. So x will be negative 1 plus minus square root of 15. Next example is going to be four x squared equals to 81. The answer is going to be x squared equals to 81 over 4. So x will be plus minus square root of 81 over 4. So it's going to be plus minus 9 over 2 or 4.5. Next example. You have 4x minus 3 to the power of 2 plus 7 equals to 32. So here the answer will be 4x minus 3 to the power of 2 equals to 32 minus 7. So it's going to be 4x minus 3 to the power of 2 is going to be 32 minus 7 is 25. So 4x minus 3 is going to be plus minus square root of 25, which is going to be plus minus 5. So 4x equals to 3 plus minus 5. So 4x is going to be 8, or 4x is going to be 3 minus 5, which is negative 2. So the answer is going to be, one of them is going to be 2 because 8 divided by 4 is 2. And the other one is going to be negative 2 over 4 or negative half. These are the two answers. Next example. So I have 5 minus 6x squared equals to 113. So the answer will be negative 6x squared equals to 130 minus 5. Negative 6x squared equals to 108. So x squared will be negative 108 divided by 6 because we divide both sides by negative 6. So as you see here, there is going to be negative number here, even if we factor it, which is going to be negative 17. Is it going to be negative 17? Going to be negative 18. Negative 18. So x squared equals to negative 18. So since we have a negative number, there is no real answer to this question. No real solution. Next example. X minus 5 to the power of 2 is 36. Answer will be x minus 5 equals to plus minus square root of 36, which is plus minus 6. X will be 5 plus minus 6. So one answer is going to be 11. One answer is going to be negative 1. Next example, I have 4x squared minus 8x equals to 3. We had this equation before, so let's get rid of it. Next example, gonna have, here is gonna be x squared minus 9x plus 18 equals to 0. So the answer will be, when two numbers multiply to 18, add to negative 9. So it's going to be negative 6 and negative 3. Negative 6 times negative 3 is going to be positive 18, and when you add them, it's going to be negative 9. So we have x squared minus 6x minus 3x plus 18 equals to 0. So group factoring here, x minus 6, negative 3, x minus 6 equals to 0. You have x minus 6 times x minus 3 equals to 0. So the number is going to be 3 and 6. Next one is x squared plus 5x plus 4 equals to 0. Multiply to 4, add to 5, so that's simple. It's going to be x squared plus 4x plus x plus 4 equals to 0. Factor x plus 4 equals to 0. So you have x plus 1, that's x. X plus 4 equals to 0. So the two numbers is going to be negative 1 and negative 4. These are the zeros, x-intercepts or roots of this equation. Next example. You have x squared minus 64 equals to 0. The answer will be x squared equals to 64. So x will be positive minus 64, which is going to be plus minus 8. Next example, you have x squared plus 5x equals to 0. Answer will be, you factor x plus 5 equals to 0. So the two numbers are going to be 0 and negative 5. So these are the answers to this question. Next example. We have 35x squared plus 22x plus 3 equals to 0. Answer will be 3 times 35 is 105. So we are looking for two numbers, multiply to 105 and add to 22. That's going to be 15 and 7. 15 times 7 is going to be 105. And 15 plus 7 is going to be 22. So we have 35x squared plus 15x plus 7 x plus 3 equals to 0. Then when you factor this one, it's going to be 5x, 7x plus 3x plus 3, 7x plus 3 equals to 0. Then you factor 7x plus 3, and here you have 5x plus 1 equals to 0. So the two answers is going to be negative 3 over 7 and negative 1 over 5. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave me a comment if you have any question, and I get back to you as soon as possible. If you found this video useful, please like this video. You can also subscribe this channel to have access to many different videos regarding math and science. Thank you for watching and have a great day.